Hey guys, I'm back. I'm going to try to help you make sense a little bit of what we're doing in class by putting it up here on the whiteboard for you. Okay, things that should have been completed so far and should be in the grade book is in Edmentum, the invasive species tutorial and the invasive species mastery test, which you received a score out of 100 points. Also, the HyperDoc for the Earth Day activity, which was April 22nd, that was something you turned into the Google Drive. That's also worth 100 points. If you have completed either of these and you turned them in after the time I put them in the grade book and you don't see them, please email me to let me know you did them after that time. It's hard for us to see that. Okay, so here's what we should be working on now. Things we're working on now. In Edmentum, I just opened up this section on ecological interactions. Again, you have the tutorial you need to work through, and then the mastery test at the end, and you end up with a 100-point grade again. I've divided it up this way and given you plenty of time to work on it. Part 1 up through the first through the first learning activity. Gave you Friday, May 1st, when I put it on yesterday, and this coming Monday, 2 days. Same for part 2, up through the second learning activity. I'm giving you Tuesday and Wednesday to do that, and then part 3 to finish up the tutorial and into the mastery test. I'm giving you Thursday and Friday, so that's 6 school days to work through this. That should be plenty of time. Some of you guys have already finished it on the first day I assigned it.
It looks like I messed up the video in the most important part of the explanation. In the HyperDoc Signs of the Spring 2, the Woodgrove Spring Wildflower Survey. In part 1, which you've had for a while, is when you put 5 entries into the survey, and that is worth 50 points. The iNaturalist app is just to help naming the flowers. You have to get into the survey and enter your picture and your name to get the credit. 10 points for each flower you put in. Now part 2, which I am just now assigning for the other 50 points to make it a 100-point total grade, gives you 4 options. You do not have to do all 4 options. You just have to pick one. Option 1 is that 10-second video clip, which I gave you instruction on the Google Classroom page, and I put a video in there for an example of that. Option 2 is to do a presentation on Google Slides, if you want to bore yourself with that. Option 3 is to do 4 more flowers in the survey in the same way you did the first 5. And option 4 is to put 5 entries into the wildlife journal. You can open this wildlife journal and read the instructions. We're going to be using it more as we go along. I would really prefer that everybody try to do the video clip, but it is totally up to you. I'm hoping to gather several video clips and put them together to make one long video clip of people introducing their wildflower.
Okay, so to wrap this section up real quick, so I can move on to the other stuff on the board. Things that should already be done is in Edmentum, the invasive species mastery test and the Earth Day activity. Those are both 100 points. Those should both be done. If you're not seeing it in your grade book, then please email me if you've already done it. You probably did it after the time I put the grades in there. What you should be working on right now is this new section of Edmentum on ecological interactions. The biggest part we really want to emphasize in there is the section on competition for our next HyperDoc coming up. And along with that, you should be working through and getting pretty close to through with putting wildflowers in a survey. There's still lots of wildflowers out and they'll continue to come out. And moving on to part 2, figuring out which one of these you want to try to do. Hopefully this one and have some fun with it, but it's totally up to you. things. I know they will take a little while. So we're waiting until at least Monday, May 11th to start our next sections. But just a little bit of preview is in Edmentum, we'll probably do a couple sections on pollution, on air pollution, which we didn't quite get to after the energy unit, and then on like municipal waste, solid waste, trash. And then in the HyperDoc, you've already seen the preview for our Signs of Spring 3, birds nesting, which we'll do our bluebird box monitoring. But again, that's not until at least May 11th, maybe a little bit after that. I hope this helps you understand the assignments a little bit more. Just wanted to say, hope you guys stay safe, and I miss you here in the outdoor classroom. Go Wolverines.